the tail lights on your tractor. Main thing I'm looking on my hinge, I want to make sure my hinge is not cracked or broken. Right here is my mirror assembly. I got a West Coast mirror on the top, I got a convex mirror down on the bottom. I'm gonna make sure this mirror is properly mounted secure. Look at my mirror itself, I'll make sure my mirrors are not cracked or broken, that the seal around both of them are not ripped, torn, or damaged. Right here's my door latch, that's for opening and closing my door, and it's operational. On the inside, I'm gonna look at the inside of my hinge pad again, make sure it's not cracked or broken. There's a seal around this door right here. This rubber seal right here is what keeps the elements from coming in on you, rain, wind, and all that. And I got a seal around the cab also. I wanna make sure neither one of them are cracked, damaged, or broken. I got DOT reflector right there. That's a safety reflector, just in case you leave that door open, somebody come riding along through here, you can see that thing won't hit the door. All I got to talk about inside this cab right there is right here is my pull handle. It's what I use to get in and out of my truck. Both my bolts are present, appears to be properly mounted and secured. Come right down here is my fuel tank. Main thing I'm looking at on my fuel tank is any visual leaks coming out of it. Do not want to see fuel leaking. That's nowhere from this thing. All right, I got my fuel tank straps. These two black straps right here, they're properly mounted and secure. Right underneath those straps are a rubber grommet that goes all the way around this tank. You want to make sure that they are there, because if they are not, these metal straps rubbing against will burn a hole in this tank. This is aluminum with steel against it. Burn a hole and it start leaking. These here are my steps. My steps are properly mounted and secured. Main thing I'm looking for is dirt, oil, or grease on them, so I get up on, slip, and fall. Right here is my amber marker light. But y'all remember, all your amber marker lights on the low side of this truck have three functions: turn signal, four-way flasher, and a running light. Okay? The last amber light stops at the middle of this tractor. Come around the back side of my cab. Again, I'm looking at my back window. I want to make sure it's not cracked or broken. There's no illegal stickers in it, and that the seal around it is not ripped, torn, or damaged. I've already told you about my air supply lines and my spring. While I'm here, I'm going straight to my muffler. I'm looking at my exhaust system. I'm going to make sure all my bolts are present. The main thing that I'm looking for is excessive soot or rust. Okay? If you got soot coming out blowing against the back of the bulkhead of this trailer right here, you more than likely got some type of an engine problem. The very center of my tractor down here is my drive shaft. Got universal joints from the transmission to the rear end. Main thing I'm looking for is that the drive shaft itself is not bent, damaged, or broken, and there's no obstructions wrapped around it. Piece of rope, string, plastic y'all might have picked up on the highway. It will happen. All right, right here, these are my catwalks. Both my catwalks are properly mounted and secure, and again, what I'm looking for is excessive dirt, oil, or grease. I'm looking right here at my frame rail again on my tractor. I'll make sure it's not cracked, damaged, or broken. There's no illegal holes or welds in it. Right here in my battery box. Main thing I'm looking for in my battery box when I pull that cover off is excessive corrosion around my terminals. If the truck won't crank, you better come right here first. More likely you got a bad connection or you got a bad battery. Simple as that. If this motor won't turn over, this is the first place you come to. All right, we're gonna come right back down here again. We're gonna start on that brake system just like that one that was under that front axle. Main thing I'm looking for is my leaf spring hangers right there. All properly mounted, secure, not cracked, damaged, or broken. There's my leaf springs right there. Again, I'm making sure they're not cracked, damaged, or broken. They have not shifted, and there are no shiny spots around them. Back side there's my brake chamber. Make sure it's not bent or broken. I hear no audible leaks coming out of it. I have my ABS line and I have my air supply line. Again, also I have my slack adjuster and my push rod and clevis pins and clevis keys. All over again, guys. Same old stuff, just a different location. That's why I'm saying learn the front wheel. Every one of these wheels is exactly the doggone same. All right? I'm coming around again. Now I got to get my butt back on the ground again. I've already told you about my fifth wheel plate assembly, so you know I know that. Now I'm looking at my U-bolts. I'm looking at my shock absorbers. I'm looking at my airbags right here. I'm looking at the brake shoes on my brakes. I'm looking at my brake drums. I'm looking at my rim. I'm looking at both inside walls of my tires. In between these tires, y'all, it's a thing called a bud spacer. It's a little bitty thin plate. Goes right between these wheels. You pull these two wheels apart, you put that plate in, you put that wheel back on it. All right, looking at my valve stem on the inside. Again, I have more than 2/32 of tread depth. I do not see the abrasion, bulges, or cuts on any one of the inside walls of my tires. You notice how I went right around all of them. I didn't individually stop. He wants you to look at them and talk about it. Again, there's my outside tire. Again, on this outside side wall, what am I looking for? Abrasion, bulges, and cuts. I'm looking at this bead around this rim. I'm looking at my rim, make sure it's not cracked, damaged, or broken, legal holes or welds in it. Again, here's my lug nuts. I'll make sure I'm all present. No shiny spots or rust trails. This right here, guys, this is called your rear axle seal. You cannot check the oil in this thing unless you go to the rear end to do it. All right, main thing you're looking for, that all these bolts are present. There's no oil around this wheel. If there's oil on that rim, that seal's loose. Something's loose. This is a sealed unit, but it's your axle seal. Anything that drives the truck is an axle seal. Anything that rolls freely, hub seal. Okay? Again, there's my valve stem. Look at my metal valve stem right here. Check the other one, it's going to be directly across from it on the other side to get to the back wheel. They will not line them up together. You can't check them when they're side by side in front of each other. All right, here we go. My mud flaps, mud flap hangers. My mud flaps, if the truck's airing up, it should be about 8 inches away from the wheel, about 4 inches off the ground. My mud flap hangers are properly mounted secure. They have DOT reflective tape. The back side, I'm looking at my tail lights now. My tail lights, these are the only lights on the truck that have 4 functions. They're a stop light, turn signal, 4-way flasher, and a running light. On the tail end of the tractor and the tail end of the trailer. Everything else is street. I got my white reverse light. Again, there's my pintle hitch, there's my cross member. I'm done. That is B. What would I do when I do B? I go right back to that coupling system. Tell them all about that again. All right. C starts right here. This is called the bulkhead of your trailer. The front of the trailer is the bulkhead. What I'm looking for is I'm making sure all my rivets and bolts are present. My upper rail across the top and my bottom rail are not bent, damaged, or broken. These things will get bent because they've hit bridges. They've backed into other trailers, trees. So you want to make sure, you want to look at them, make sure they're not bent or broken. Because if they are, water and rain, snow, get inside your trailer. Contaminate your load. You want to make sure the front of it is no bulges or holes in it or cuts. Any bulge in it indicate me my load shifted on the inside. I have 2 amber marker lights, one on each corner of the very front. They have one function. They are a running light. Period. I'm looking down the side of my trailer again. I'm making sure there's no bulges sticking out, no holes or cracks inside of it. Down the bottom of my trailer on my upper rail, my lower rail. My lower rail have DOT reflective tape all the way down the bottom of it. That's required. All right, I'll walk on down through here. Right here is my landing gear. Making sure my landing gear is not bent, damaged, or broken, and all bolts are present. I would be looking underneath my trailer and looking at all the cross members under my trailer, make sure none of them are cracked, damaged, or broken. Come on down side of this jumper. And I told y'all, this is the last amber marker light right here. And this amber marker light's got 3 functions again. It's turn signal, 4-way flasher, and a running light. Okay? On the very bottom right there, those are my air supply lines that supply air to my brake chambers on my sliding tandem axle. If you listen to these words that I'm telling you, they're on the test. Main thing I'm looking at is those springs right there. Those springs are holding those lines at least 18 inches up off the ground. Because this tandem does slide back and forth. It will keep the lines up off the ground. My sliding tandem axle right here. Get back under my trailer again. Main thing I'm looking for is this little handle right here. That is the release handle. That releases these pins right here to lock them out so that you can slide this tandem axle back and forth under this truck to adjust your weight on your load. I have my cross members again. I could get under here and tell you this entire brake system all over again because this one right here is just like the one I come from on that tractor. Okay, you got my bud spacers here. There you go, that's the front bud seal. That's truck. Again, come back under here, I crawl under the back of my tractor again, tell them about that brake system all over again. If you get this down pat and you're stern, strong, and know what you're talking about, these examiners will tell you, come on, get out from under there, man, you got this. And that's how you're going to be when you get done with me. You're going to say, I got this. He'll tell you. I mean, we got good examiners, and they know who's out here teaching you this shit. Me, Ricardo, Ken. We all do it the same, and if you do it the way we explain it to you, and be stern, you watch how I've been talking to you, looking at you, and putting my hands on this. This is how you will be doing this when you get through with me. All right? Back side of my trailer. Here I am. Main thing I see is my mud flaps. Mud flaps are stationary, but they're not ripped, torn, or damaged. I'm looking around the tops of my doors on my hinge pads. I want to make sure all my hinge pads are present, none are cracked or broken, and all my bolts are present. Around these doors right here, I have a rubber seal. This old trailer's wore out, so I'm kind of improvising on it a little bit. I'm looking at this rubber seal. I want to make sure my seal is not ripped, torn, or frayed. All right, very top of my doors and the very bottom of my doors have DOT reflective tape. Here's how I open my doors right here. As my door handle release, I have to open my right side before I open my left side because they lock over the top of each other. This right here, y'all, is DOT bumper. We'll make sure it's not bent, damaged, or broken. I have my DOT reflective tape on it. Here are my tail lights on 4. Again, these tail lights have 4 functions. They're turn signal, stop light, 4-way flasher, and running light. Only ones on the truck and the trailer. The ones on the tail end of the tractor, ones on the tail end of the trailer. Just like on your car. All right, again, here's my tag. My tag is clean, it's clear, it's legible. At this time, this is a permanent tag. Done. That's C. A, B, and C right there. Call D, all of you. All right, that's how it goes right there, guys. Pretty simple. Be able to identify the components, know what they're supposed to have on distances. 1/4 inch of brake shoe, 2/3, 30 seconds on tires, 30 seconds on steers. 1 inch on the adjustments on my brakes. Okay, simple stuff. See how much of it was repetition. I went over and over and over the damn thing again and again and again. Each one of those brakes is 1, 2, 3, 4 right there. All right, no one. Just learn that front brake. Whenever you come back down here to do the next, it's the same daggum thing. It don't change. Every truck we got out here, exactly the same. Y'all are required to know this. So take heed, start studying, take that paper that John has given y'all, start reading it, watching this video, and then start coming touching these trucks, and it'll click. It'll go right in your brain. That's how it works. You touch, talk, and read, you're gonna eventually gonna stick. Ain't got much options.
We need to check the alcohol.
Sir?
The alcohol.
What alcohol? I ain't been drinking yet.
Put the alcohol.
Burn the alcohol. You say you want to drive in the alcohol to keep the brake lines from
Nah, some of them do, yeah, but that's not. These dryers are not. They got air dryers on them with air filters.